what advice would you give to a new investor who's looking to start off either doing fix and flips, doing even wholesalers that need bridge loans for double closings or anything like that? What's the best way, I want to say, get on your good side and to get a good loan from you, send you some chocolates or anything like
There
that?
you go. I love pizza.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Be as detailed as you can. I mean, sometimes we get inquiries that have a person's first name and their email and nothing else. So it doesn't even say like how much money they need or what project they're working on. And I look at it, and of course I follow up and email asking for more details. But if you're serious and you would like me to give you tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy an investment, I mean, like, try to show up a little bit at a minimum. Because, people that do that typically don't even respond. And so they're just kind of wasting my time. I guess it's like with everybody else, nobody likes to have their time wasted. So if you're serious, be serious, like make it meaningful and try to anticipate some of the questions that I might ask, which are really the questions that you should have already figured out by the time you call me. Like, what are you going to do to the property? What does it need? What are you paying? Who's your title company ideally? And that one's a little maybe down the road, but try to figure out what needs to be done. That would be awesome.
So now I have a question, or not a question. I have a suggestion for people in the audience. If you're going to be going to Yoav and getting a loan, or any loan officer, I'm going to tell you, you need to underwrite the property yourself. Okay. And in order to do that, instead of just doing it and guessing and this and that, what I would say is Google Sheets is free. Make a Google Sheets. Okay, do a Google Sheets. It's Excel. Okay, same thing as Excel. So go from there. And what you want to do is list your property, list what the value you think it is at right now. Okay, what the value you think it is after your renovation, how much the renovation budget is, and the renovation budget, I want you to break down on where you're going to put that in, what you're going to be putting in. That will help you understand what needs to go in there. And then from there, list out your comps. And I just want to answer it for them real quick. For hard to find loans under 100K, no, I completely understand. But you also asked what is the minimum that we have, that you have, and I believe the minimum loan is 50K.
Correct.
But the LTV of the house has to be at least 100K or above.
Yeah, the as is value needs to be 100,000 or more.
Correct. Okay. So keep that in mind. He may not be your lender for that. There are other lenders that do provide that. Or you put a bigger chunk down. So, whatever the case may be. So, we also had, so Larry Shepard also said that you can pay the money for a Bigger Pockets Pro account. They do have they have lenders, they have investors and stuff like that, but I think they also have it on the free one. I don't know that for sure because I don't really use it, but they do have a rehab estimator on the Bigger Pockets.
Yeah, they do. And I think you can download it.
Yeah, it's very useful. Now, I don't use it myself, but it's very useful to use if you need to do that. So 100% use all the tools that you can. Whether they're free or paid, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody how to spend their money. So, let's see, David Pollard, you said he uses Deal Check and it's free up to 10 properties. So I'm assuming it's maybe an iPhone app or some sort of app things like that. So, it's like a website, dealcheck.io. So that's awesome. Now, Diana from there said, would you be open to having people referring or brokering loans to your company?
Yes, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that, and we're willing to put broker fees on the HUD statement and ensure you get paid what it is you want to get paid. And yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Now, as a wholesaler, do you count any wholesale deals that I've done towards any work? Like, for instance, if I come to you for a fix and flip or anything like that, do you count any wholesale deals that I've done towards experience?
I've never had that question asked.
There's a first for everything.
Yeah, I think we'd have to, again, take it on a case-by-case basis. In your case, yes, we probably would.
Awesome.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess the question is, how big is the ask and how risky does it seem?
Gotcha. Most definitely, 100%. Figured I'd ask. If you don't ask, you don't know.
There you go.
That's my biggest fear of doing a fix and flip at the moment, is because I get all these higher rates because I'm a beginner and I haven't done a fix and flip yet. And so because of that, my rate's always going to be higher, pay the most amount of points, and so on and so forth. So I've always been looking for private money in order to do that. But in order for me to actually do that, it has to be a smoking deal, in order to get me away from wholesaling for a little while, in order to compensate for that. So, now, have you done any wholesaling yourself?
Oh man, we did one deal up in Flint like 3 or 4 years ago. That it wasn't really wholesaling in that it was a property that we acquired and held briefly, but I mean, basically from day one, we were trying to offload it. And we wound up doing the whole thing off market. I mean, from the acquisition to the sale, it's just that, we held it for, I think, about a month rather than, doing an A to B. So
you essentially did a wholesale.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think we were just really bad at wholesaling. It took us longer. It took us longer to offload it. So.
Gotcha. Okay. How do people get a hold of you?
You can call me. My direct number is 734-210-2828. That's my cell phone. Again, 734-210-2828. Or email me, which is usually more reliable. And my email is I'll spell it Gilad at green, like the color, block, like a block of wood, Inc., INC, Incorporated.com. So Gilad at greenblockinc.com.
Awesome. So that's really good. Honestly, anybody out there who's looking for a loan, short-term, long-term, for an investment property, I recommend going with Yoav. I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't done any deals with him, but he's a good friend of mine, and just from the way he presents himself and he underwrites deals, I definitely think that he's a great person to get in business with. So so I highly recommend him. With that being said, what do you think is going to be for the future of Green Block? Like we said before, you were looking for some feedback. So if you do have a little bit more feedback from that, email him or text him directly.
Please.
And he asked the questions. He wants to hear from you. So, by all means, So, with that being said, I really, really appreciate Yoav coming on here. Do you have any questions directly towards my audience that you haven't already asked, or towards me?
No, I just the one that I asked earlier.
Awesome.
I really appreciate you having me. Thank you for the time, and yeah, I'd love to be in touch with some of your viewers and answer their questions and help in any way that I can.
Most definitely, most definitely. So what we'll do here is Yoav, I'm going to put you down here, and so we're going to say goodbye to Yoav. Just stay here for a moment. I'll talk to you afterwards. So, all right, and so everyone out there, I really appreciate it. This one's a little bit of a short one here today, but by all means, reach out to me. This is my number. My email is scrolling here, randybuyshousesmi@gmail.com. Hit me up. I'd be happy to work with you. I'll give you my opinion. I'm listening to my buyers. That's what I'm doing. And I'm also, if you are a buyer, hit me up, so you can get added to my buyers list as well. And I want to hear feedback from people, and I want to build relationships with people. That's what I'm here